Feminist pretends to be a man, then ends it all.
When are these ladies gonna understand shit is not sweet for men? Nora Vincent, the author of Self-Made Man, has died by assisted suicide. Nora was a radical feminist who believed men lived on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years.
What?
And sadly, in that time, she learned that no, it's not easy being a man.
Instead, what she found out is men actually have it harder, and wrote a book about her experience. In fact, the experience was so bad, she had to stop at 18 months. She didn't even make it the full 2 years.
Damn.
Because she was starting to hate women due to how bad all of them treated her when they believed she was a man. Due to how bad all of them treated her when they believed she was a man.
I mean, wow, she went deep. She was only dating. She was only dating as a woman. A feminist woman disguised as a man. And it got to a point where she almost hated women. Oh my God, that's weird.
And was left with psychological scars that accompanied her for all her life.
From only 2 years experience being a man. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
This is not funny. I'm not laughing at anything that happened to this woman. I'm not laughing at her story and the trauma it caused on her life that made her end up unaliving herself. No, I'm not laughing at that at all. It's the fact of men live their entire lives as males, basically, then they grow up to be men. But just for 2 years, it traumatized her for the rest of her life. Interesting.
As men keep telling y'all it ain't easy for us. Same shit, different sauce. Like, I'm barely hanging in there myself. I'm 6'2", and I'm barely like, God damn. You bitch!
And the thing is, we don't have to do the part where you cross the room and you go up to a stranger and say the first words. And those first words are so hard to say without sounding like a cheese ball.
El Garabarge, the egg. She's talking about approach. You know, walking up to a woman and obviously, you know, shooting your shot as a man. How simple women make it. It traumatized her. It traumatized this woman. Wow. Sometimes I do wonder if, because I am a man, like I understand it, therefore it's like we're used to it so much that it's like it's just part of being a man. But damn, wow.
Or sounding like a jerk or whatever else.
And what do you guys do?
Nora says the brush-off Barbara Jones gave Ned was typical.
She was just sort of emblazoned with hostility. You know, just looked at you and you saw everything cross her face, which was, oh, God, help me, not again. I'm trying to have a drink with a friend and I've got to deal with you.
Barbara was trying to dispose of Ned before her friend returned from the bathroom.
Anyway, we haven't seen each other in a while, so just to let you know.
Yeah.
I've got to head out to the office.
But Ned returned and told Barbara the truth about her gender.
You're saying you gave us all the lines, like, trying to get rid of us. I see it, and as a woman, I have such sympathy. I'm like, oh, I hate being this guy that you're trying to get rid of. You know?
Talking to a woman, Barbara seemed more open and friendly.
Her entire demeanor changed. Now, I will say this. Obviously, a lot of women are used to being harassed by men throughout their entire life. So obviously some women build up a defense when it comes to men. Yes, you can say you can understand that. It makes sense. Well, obviously, even in dating, women still reinforce boundaries, which makes sense. But it's never thought of how difficult it is for the men. But then again, who cares? You know, it's a man. Just get on with it. Pull your socks up and get on with it.
In the end, actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
Wow.
Sorry for being bitchy. Please.
Does that kind of living in the skin of a man in the bar scene, in the dating scene, give you a different kind of respect for men?
It gives me a certain definite sympathy. And I don't mean that there's any disrespect, but it just makes me understand what's going on.
Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates with women, mostly arranging them on the internet.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
Wow.
It was just
How stark, how dark, how morbid that she never had fun on the dates. She never had fun. How often is our fun brought into question when it comes to dates? Never. Especially as men, we're the ones that arrange them. Now, as men, we'd probably do something random. But if we're going to impress a woman, obviously we do it like this, because obviously we're trying to impress her or whatever. So we wouldn't do everything that we would find fun ourselves. But then again, as a man, you can probably just pick places that both of you would find fun. But whatever. She never had fun at all dating as a man. Interesting perspective. Wow.
It's an
Pretty
ordeal.
unpleasant, yeah.
She says the pressure of Ned having to prove himself was grueling. Nora was
Interesting.
surprised that many women had no interest in a soft, vulnerable man.
She's seeing it herself firsthand, how that doesn't make sense. Oh, but it's sweet, isn't it? It's sweet. Pay attention.
My prejudice was that the ideal man is a woman in a man's body. And I learned, no, that's really not. There are a lot of women.
A lot of women, oh my, a lot of women think that nonsense.
Proper bullshit.
And it's like, no, that's dumb, woman. It doesn't make sense.
The ideal man is a woman in a man's body. And I learned, no, that's really not. There are a lot of women out there who really want a manly man.
Ultimately, Ned told most of his dates that he was Nora. Many of the women reacted angrily, but usually just for a little while. Some women wanted to continue the relationship.
They remained interested in pursuing something further, you know, so whereas...
Sexually.
Yeah, and that was heterosexual women who, that's what I'm saying. It's all up here because they said, well, we connected and, you know, there's something I really like you and I don't care. How many guys would do that?
Nope.
Pussy, pussy.
I am a man, I need it.
Not many, unless he was kind of, you know, inclined that way already. As a man, I don't understand how women have a switch. They can go from liking women to liking men and back and forth. I don't understand how that works as a man.
It's the difference between male and female sexuality right there.
Nora says she's healed now and glad to be rid of Ned. But her views about men have changed forever.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue.
Never.
No idea.
The irony is not lost on Nora that it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I'm so much closer to
Interesting.
myself than I ever was, that I really like me. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before Ned?
I did, but I like it more now, because I think it's more of a privilege. But I like it more now, because I think it's more of a privilege.